And it's this idea of I want to be with the side that's waving the biggest flag. I want to fit in. And there is a huge element, to be honest, of anti-blackness in a lot of this, anti-black Americanness specifically. And Paola and I have talked about this, that there is a part of that anti-blackness is a piece of it, even though Enrique Tarrio, who's the head of the Proud Boys, is a black Latino, but he's down with white supremacists, down with them. And there's this idea that I'm black, but I'm not black. I may look black to you. I may be black if I'm walking through Bloomingdale's and get followed around. But in my mind, I'm identifying with whiteness because whiteness means privilege and it means not being a black American. This has to be unpacked because this shift among Latino men is significant. And it says something about where we're going in this country, about whether we can create an appeal. There's also, the last thing I will throw in is the creation of the idea that everything that Vice President Harris was proposing is communism. That is a potent argument for a lot of Latinos.
55% of Latino men voted for Trump versus, 26% in 2020. What was the main difference, Latino men, from election to election? What was the main difference, besides Trump really growing his rhetoric against Latinos, that he was running against a black woman? In 2024, Trump is running against a black woman. And selfish, self-centered, misogynistic Latino men could not handle it.
The fact that so many Latino men voted for Trump this election is embarrassing and pathetic. Trump won 54% of Latino male voters this election compared to 36% in 2020. This is the same man who ran a campaign on wanting to round up Latinos, is calling for the largest deportation operation in American history, recently had a speaker at his rally call Puerto Rico trash, and wants to end birthright citizenship for the children of undocumented immigrants. Like, do y'all really seek white validation that badly, or does the machismo in you really stop you from voting?
Yes, for a short time I've been doing these videos. There is something I realize. With these people, immediately you tilt away from them. They change their mind. They see you as the enemy. They see you differently. Even people you used to associate with them, they change their minds. That is what I see with Libras. It should not be like this. When you take a look at what is going on now, because Latino men took a decision to vote for Trump based on what they believe, how they feel, now some of these people are calling to deport them. Oh, they should be deported. They should go back to So it is insane when I see this happening. Tomorrow, if this same Latino take a decision like to vote for a Democrat candidate, they will change their mind. They will even forget that they said things like this. It is important to actually look into this. I have seen this over and over. I didn't want to do this video, but I just want to share my opinion so you can see exactly what is happening. I don't always like to talk about the issue of race in most of my videos, but I'm seeing myself coming into it. Yes, according to this tweet, Trump won an election, and now I'm seeing lefties say they want to deport every Latino that voted for him. They want to end an interracial relationship with white people, and they want black men who voted for him to, at the hands of police, Trump voters are the racist one, though, right? A lot of people are calling to questions what we see on social media. Extremely concerning. I don't know why a lot of people are so bent in doing this.
I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire. If somebody goes low, I'll go lower. Now, with that being said, I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members, whether that be their parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, etc. So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members. It's time that these Latinos for Trump get a taste of their own medicine and a taste of poetic justice. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Angel, this is extreme. And I agree. But extreme problems call for extreme solutions. And unfortunately, many innocent people are going to be affected by this. But You can't be that innocent if you raised a Latino for Trump. And before all of the Latinos for Trump come at me all angry, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You should be happy. Let me see that smile. But there you have it, guys. Once again, there is that number. You know what to do. It's time that these Latinos for Trump learn the hard way. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
And I may offend some people with what I'm going to say, and I don't give a fuck. To all you Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope he mass deports you and your entire family. Whether you were here legally or not, you got to go. I hope he does that. To you black men who your fragile ego couldn't take a black woman in office, so you either voted for Trump or you didn't vote at all, the police will now have carte blanche to move right where the fuck you stand. And when they do that, there's not going to be no GoFundMes. Don't ask your family to ask us for shit. But don't expect sympathy. Don't expect protest in the streets. We're not doing that. Black women, we're done. We're done. We did our due diligence for this century and the next. We've done enough. We're not doing anymore. To you white women that once again voted against your fucking interests, when your husbands start knocking you into the middle of fucking next week and you can't do anything about it because no fault divorce is in play, I want you to take those black eyes and those busted lips as a personal thank you from Donald J. Trump each and every time you get hit. Take it. Don't look for nobody else. Don't ask for help. Take your beatings. For all of y'all that voted for Trump, I hope you get exactly what you voted for. Because the only thing he did was make America great for the people that it was great for from the beginning. White men. That's what he did. He couldn't run the risk of whiteness no longer being the default. Not being allowed to fail up. So when you're bleeding out somewhere and there's a medical emergency and you can't get no help, women who voted for him, you didn't give a fuck, so we don't give a fuck. That's how it is. This isn't America anymore. I don't know what it is, but it's not going to be America. And if you think that Trump is going to be in that office for 4 years, you're insane. Because we about to be in a real live action episode of scandal. Because your next president is not Donald Trump, it's JD Vance.
Yes, this is the right time to actually know the minds of these people. This is someone spewing out this on social media because Latino disagree with them politically. The only thing they see now is to deport them. Concerning that is not all. When you take a look at this second lady, what she said here, she is praying. I don't know if she is planning to take away Trump's life. From my observation, it's insane. No matter how you disagree with someone politically, you should never pray for this. Because as you are struggling to pray for this, that thing might just bounce back and happen to you. People don't realize this. Come on. Sometimes when I see a lady like this spewing this because of her egos, oh, these women that voted, people should be able to choose who they think or believe can rule them. Not what you think. Okay, you took a decision to support a candidate, you did. Another person should be able to do that. Why must you go that extra mile to... They cannot even hide it any longer. It is shameful.
This administration message to millions of Americans that they're going to wake up the day after the election if Trump won and have their rights stripped away, that democracy would crumble, and the president said today we're going to be okay. So how do you square that?
I can square that. I'm going to square that in a way that hopefully makes sense, because I've been answering this question multiple times. The American people made the decision. There was an election 2 nights ago.
This lady understands the politics, that all the names they were calling Trump these days were just to win an election. Not like that is who Trump is. They know. Okay, why is Biden inviting Trump to the White House if Trump was that enemy? And The View declare war on Hispanic for not voting for Kamala.
And finally, we talk a lot about these different demographics and these assumptions of where they're going to go. Latinos in Texas, a district that's 97% Latino, went 75 percentage points for Donald Trump. Why?
Misogyny.
It's on the border.
It's
the border
misogyny.
crisis is on their doorstep. And they were begging people to care about it for years. We need to take some lessons.
That's what that was.
The lessons are not
Knock,
misogyny,
knock.
sexism.
Who's there? Oh, my God.
They will never say things like this because they cannot pass out good political advice.
Honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night.
Sometimes I have to beg politicians for interviews for my channel for months and months and months and months and still don't even hear back.
He's now understanding what is happening. The mainstream media cannot make you to succeed at this time. We saw what Trump did going to podcasts, Joe Rogan. Kamala never did that.
But we know now.
Definition of protection.
Without Trump over it.
Throw a birthday party.
You're calling yourself.
If you are
What he does at age 71.
Take the white out.
It's just about working class people.
Can I just add one other thing?
To focus on not putting in